important issue in our community, like it is everywhere. It's very much fresh in people's minds, regardless of whether there's a bill or there isn't, because people feel strongly one way or the other. And I think there is a very strong initiative in our community to take care of those who are members of our community, whether they're here documented or not. They live here, and what happens to them and to their children, or doesn't happen to them and to their children, affects our community as a whole. There's a big movement at the city level, city government level, and involving churches and other community organizations to address the issues related to the Hispanic community, which I find a very positive thing. Bowling Green is a very diverse town for its size, and it's a welcoming place when you look at those things, but there's an equal strong force pulling the opposite way.
And this community, it's like a really good community. There's not much trouble here. Actually, there isn't any trouble here. Like around here, all these parts right here, everyone here is just like quiet, calm. Everyone's friendly around here. You pass by and you'll say hi to anyone, even though you don't know them. They'll be gladly greet you back, and it's just a pretty good living here.
Just 2 days ago, I think there was an article on the newspaper talking about the most recent meeting of this initiative that's going on, and some of the comments on the website were positive, and some were, well, we should send ICE to the next meeting type of comments. And so we hear a lot about immigration, whether from those who really want everyone kicked out and wanting something to be done about it.
I just came back from El Salvador, and I never realized how poor people are down there. And it just breaks my heart knowing that where they have an opportunity to work and do a good thing, and they have to be kicked out for no reason. They're trying to help their own family members. It just hurts me a lot. Everybody was scared. They were scared. They didn't even want to go to work because they were just afraid that, if I get caught, they're going to take me back. I'll just find a different job where I can just hide. And they just run away from other problems. And it's sad. It really is.
Senate Bill 6 was being discussed in February of 2011, and if it would have passed, it would have meant basically that the local police were going to have the responsibility of asking for papers, for documentation that show that someone was here legally, if they suspected that someone was here illegally. So that, of course, caused a big stir in the community. There was quite a bit of a panic in the Hispanic community about what could happen, because we do have undocumented immigrants, and we do have a lot of documented immigrants who fear they would still be getting harassed, pulled over, asked for documents constantly, including myself, just because they looked Hispanic.
It's already happened here not too long ago, and immigration just had a little caravan here and picked up people. And it's always going to be there. I guess they just pray to the Lord and just take it day by day and be like, just hope for the best.
If you suspect someone might be here illegally, what could that be based on other than what someone looks like? And that was going to create racial profiling. So there was a concern both from documented and from undocumented immigrants locally. So as it always happens when there's a panic or an issue going on, there were people who didn't know about it, and community organizers in the region thought they should know about it. And those of us who were rallying against Senate Bill 6 were trying to get people who would have an interest in this to know about it, so they would help us rally against it. But we were also trying to dispel some of the misunderstandings that were going on around it, because of course things get blown out of proportion, and the bill wasn't close to passing yet, and people thought this was something imminent or something that's happening tomorrow, and so on. So there was a big panic. I sense the community is not concerned about it anymore. There isn't this impending bill that they're worrying about. I think community organizers still are keeping an eye on anything immigration that's happening, but I don't think the majority of the population is paying attention at all, even. There is a very strong initiative in our community to take care of those who are members of our community. Even though there's not a legal issue right now going on of a bill being passed or not being passed and so on, immigration is still a very a live subject in our community.